Hello everybody. In my last video, I redid this tank that was completely overgrown, and the plan was to make a video of culling these Blue Dream shrimp the next day. However, when you dig up all kinds of plants and move around everything, it all gets stirred up and gets cloudy. And doing what I did, I severely upset the balance of the tank, so some cloudiness is expected. However, when you're culling shrimp and trying to make a video of doing it, cloudy water is no bueno. So the water is still here. We are, see, that was Saturday and this is Friday, so here we are almost a week later, and there's still a bit of a haze in the water. Some of my tanks did. This tank actually did go through a hazy phase, so I think the plants kept stuff from getting stirred up, because even though they're hiding, there are lots and lots of pluckos in here. This adult pair, he's probably sitting on eggs now. Like at least once a month there's a new batch of baby pluckos in here. So I don't do anything to try to keep the babies, so they, without extra food and care, not many make it, but you always get some that do. So I try it when they're easily catchable. This one is one of the older babies that I've let stay in here, because whenever I sell the pluckos, they end up coming out of this tank, because I don't want a bunch of pluckos in this tank. So some are alright, a couple are good, one or two are good. Okay, back to the point we're trying to do here is cull these Blue Dream shrimp. This one, if I can get the focus, will be staying in this tank. That's a pretty good shrimp. Look at on top of the sponge filter. Like I said, it's a little foggy, but they are enjoying. If I get a picture like this, see, with my new headset thing, I'm not attached to a cord, so now I can use two hands to try to get better video and not have a cord in my way. I'd say these guys look pretty darn good. That's my opinion. There's a handful, there's some that need to go. That's for sure. But it's not going to be used to. I would take out 100, 200 shrimp out of this tank when I called it real hard. And that's not going to be the case this time. My persistence, see if I can get all these guys showing up. My persistence in culling is starting to pay off. These lines get better and better the better I stay on top of it. These were good shrimp when I got them, but I got these from, I'm pretty sure that it was imported. The guy sells imported and homebred, but mostly import, so I'm sure these were probably imported. They were really good when I got them, but it needed some work. Here it is, like 3.5 years, 3.5 years later, 4 years later, I think. I've had this line. Probably 3 years. Maybe 3.5. I'm getting old, so time goes by a lot faster. I'll be 41 this year. That's how old I am. So there we are, just dragging out, taking a look at it. So, what we're looking for here is the ones we're wanting to take out are ones that have inconsistent coloring. There, let's see if I can find it on the, I see it with my eyes, but getting it on video might be a different story. There are definitely some lesser. With Blue Dreams, now, my preference is always for the darker the better. I mean, that's how my green jades are. My green jades are super dark. You know, always go, the darker the better for me with my Blue Dreams. And so I removed the really the lighter colored ones. I don't really see too many of those left anymore. I see them every once in a while, but I'm not. This one would be a cull. See how it has a dark spot on its head and a couple dark lines down its back. That one is what we would call a blue velvet. Yeah, I mean, you can get, if you get real picky, you can see this one. Looks like it might have some irregular coloring in it. So what we're going to do now is, I didn't feed this tank last night, so they're going to be real hungry. So I'm going to put some of my algae wafers in here to bait them out. So the trick to getting them baited out is going to be dropping these algae wafers. They're generally the same spot, hopefully, but in this tank the big pluckas come out and kick them around and they get stirred up, so they don't stay together very good in this tank because of the pluckas, but we'll have that. There's one that would probably be called Dangler. Yeah, that's a call right there. So a lot of my cool blue shrimp in my Skittles tank, not focus on the reflection, are the culls from these guys and their genetics. Alright. I just dropped one broken. A piece of it landed on the floor, so we're going to drop it in there. And then we'll wait. Let's see, I'll probably wait a little while. I'll let you know. It is 12:38 p.m. right now, Friday afternoon, and I'll give it anywhere between a half hour and 2 hours probably. And here, the first pluckas are always the first ones to arrive. But you can see it's like the armies, the woodland dwarves that live out in the forest are making their pilgrimage to the food. Can you imagine if you're a shrimp and what that thing must look like to you? There's a cull right there sitting on the wafer. He must be like a dragon or something. These guys are benign dragons, but be careful, he might sit on you and squash you. He ain't gonna eat you. But he might freak out, whip you with a tail. But I've never seen one get killed. I've seen like, oh my god, did that kill the shrimp? Nah. They're starting to find it. There is an albino one. So I reared this breeding couple. They're both browns, full browns. They never make any albinos. But I raised up a big clutch of eggs on this. And they're a big clutch of eggs from my 75 gallon that has albino, a mix of albino fry. And so apparently, this guy jumped out of the breeder box, escaped the breeder box, and ended up in the tank as a wee hatchling. Everyone's making their way. Again, they're all marching. They're all coming out of their parts of the tank. They're making their way to the pot of gold. There's the big female. Or not? Yeah. Yeah, she has hints of bristles. She has none on top. She's old. She's one of my originals. She's not very big. There's a cull right there. They are arriving. We're coming. We're coming. We're coming. Alright, we'll check back in later. Okay, and now we're back. Unfortunately, I ended up getting busy and going out to eat with the wife. And it is now 4 hours later. So what we're going to do here is I have this set up. So what I want to do is I'm going to go through and catch out, since it's pretty hard to catch just one shrimp. I'm going to catch just swoop the net, make sure I get the one I'm going for, put them in here, and then sort through there and put the for sure culls in there. So I'll get them in here, I'll examine them closely, and then we can fine tune them in here, and the actual for sure culls will go in there. That's the game plan. They're still gathered around some, but they're spread out a bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and start catching some. See if I can get some of this on camera. There is one of the light ones. Show you how hard it is just to catch the one. Alright, got him. Got two other ones as well, and then I'll put those in there. So something new I just started trying. Well, I've done it with the blue or the green jades before. I've got this really high powered little flashlight here, and you shine the light down on them like this. You can really see, like, without the light, just glancing at it, that looks pretty good, but when you shine the light on it, you can see the imperfections. There's one. So that's what I'm doing now. And some ones I don't want to cull end up in here. And so then I'll sort them out and put those in the cull tank. But I'm still searching through these guys. See how good that one looks, even with the light on it. The aquarium light's on, but this light is also aiding. Look how good these guys look. That's pretty crazy to me. Yeah. Pretty cool. This is what I've come down to get these guys even better. Alright, we'll keep going. I'll keep going. Look at those shrimp. Wow. I'll keep going and I'll show you what I end up with in here. And we'll sort them out. Of course, this is going to be a long process. So, and it's not perfect. I can only get the ones that I can see. So, this will end up being a thing for a while now. We come in here and getting out the ones as I can see them. I haven't done that for a couple months because the tank got so bad, overgrown. That's all trimmed up and I got a good view of them. I'm liking what I'm seeing even more. Looking real good. So like I said, I'll get back to that and then we'll check back in. Okay, so this is what we are left with. These are the ones I was trying to get, and a couple good ones ended up in there. So that's why we're having the sorting bit here. So obviously, let's see, ones like that. That one's going belly up. Might be in the process of molding. I'm getting like being caught. There it goes. That buried one, that's got some dark spots on her. Some light colored ones, there's one with bits of red on it. Definitely want to get those out. There's that real light one. Most of these have like a dark head, so a lot of these will end up going. Alright, I'll finish sorting these and then we'll see what we got. Okay, so I'd say most of these are pretty good looking. And here are the culls. You can see obviously poor shrimp. Yeah, not poor shrimp, just not the high expectations I have for my blue dreams. So then these will go in the Skittles tank. There we go. They're all out. And then these will go back into the main Blue Dreams colony. So they're all pretty decent shrimp. Now I get to go back. So I did not even come close to getting all of them, but this tank and this colony is in such good shape. I had to pull out the flashlight to find them in the way the tank is looking right now. So they're pretty good. I know I'll see plenty more. So this is gonna have to be one of those things where, because most of them are so good, you just have to pick out an obvious one when you see it. I'm pretty happy with these guys, and hey, as always, if you're interested in any of these shrimp, if you get Blue Dreams from markshellyaquatics.com, this is the tank they're going to come out of. And right here, these are the very same shrimp you'd be getting. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned something about Blue Dreams and the progress I've been making. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.